680. I don't trust any of these moves.
Order filled.
Let's try to.
You gonna dip the toe, Jack?
Yeah, a little nibble.
Are we trying to sell the lows
Nibble?
there?
Mhm.
If he gets a little bit closer to it.
Talking spoos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoos. Where's our stop? We thinking if we want to try and test if it comes and breaks these here.
It's the long side.
On the ES?
Yeah, I could just keep this real tight. ES.
Low of day?
Coming to the lows. Yeah.
If we break low of day, it gets scary.
Let's tilt.
I hold it.
Tell you what, tilt is so resilient, Andre. They're still 57% long,
Order
and here they are
filled.
breaking.
God bless them. Hey, conviction,
Big
Dakota.
support level.
Everyone's flat, Robert. Yeah. Hoop, are you still long that gold? You're out, right?
No, I'm out. No.
Okay, can we get P&L updates?
I'm down about $800 this morning.
Down 8. Dakota? Is that accurate up
Came up
there?
Panda Express. $35.
Panda Express. There
What are
you
you
go.
eating?
Orange chicken. Good
I want to
stuff.
see these markets go up for everyone. Yeah, they switched short. They switched short.
Finally did. Now you get long. Dow, not done.
Right.
New lows Dow. $50-50. 51% short. I call it 50-50, Dakota, when I see it in that. Not heavy one way or another.
Yeah.
Dow is not done selling off. New lows Dow.
All right, we're short
Nice.
one ES. Let's see if
The
it
breakup.
See if it flushes.
flushes.
Yeah.
Order filled.
Short one.
Yeah.
ES.
Nothing's
Lots of
obvious in
Tesla.
these markets.
Nope.
It was the longs.
If you think so, you'll learn. You'll learn. These markets. Trust me. I've learned so many times.
So true, man. Yeah, that's so true.
Just when you think something's gonna happen,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just nope.
Order filled.
Well, that wasn't the
Looking for-
break we wanted yet.
Not yet.
I'm hesitant to buy or sell this.
Low in the S&P is 56.51. That's right, 56.57.
Be right back, guys.
We'll bounce in gold here. About $6 bounce in the gold. Tap on these lows. In the ES. NASDAQ staying strongest of the 3 indices.
No flush.
Not yet.
Nope.
That's the lovely range. Dolby be carving it up.
Sit on hands. Range bound. Theta gang for witching triple witching. Man.
Okay. Yeah, so we took a $400 loss on that. 440.
Let's see if the buyer's going to keep holding.
Order
I'll have to try it
filled.
again.
I know.
Feels like the short on the top side of the range is better than trying to buy the bottom end of the range.
Tilt 59% short now. And we're in the same pricing.
And NASDAQ's up against these 19,700s. Looks like the range is going to hold this time as well for now.
This is a good example of a choppy, messy market. Price hasn't really moved much.
No.
But you could see the traders switching from long to short to long. And it's just so much indecision. So much indecision.
That's why people took the week off on the floor.
This is the first day we didn't really have any crazy news events or crazy headlines, too.
So far,
Yeah.
pretty quiet. Yeah. It's always in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, S&P ladder. I always feel like there's something in there. Nothing in there right now. Let's trade 56.63.
What are these other markets doing, I guess?
You
know what? I'm surprised. Andre Hogue. Last night, I had some traders in the chat, and I was surprised. Not a lot of people realize that you could trade currency futures here at TopStep. And I went through that list, and I said, hey, you can just come in here. You could trade the euro dollar. You could trade the Japanese yen, the British pound, the Swiss franc. You could trade those here at TopStep. And I was surprised at the amount of people that didn't realize that. That was coming from Forex. They was asking me who is my favorite place to trade Forex at if they're new to trading or if they're coming from like a different, Forex place. And yeah, you can trade Forex here. I haven't traded very much. I know Coach Jay and Paul, they dabble a little bit in the yen or the euro, but yeah, look, Bush in the chat. Wait, you could? Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can. We see traders pass combines and trade it here all the time. It's just usually when you're watching the social media or this, we were focused on like the NASDAQ or the ES, but you trade futures or currency futures.
Oh yeah. Well, back when Brexit was going on and the European financial crisis was going on.
You were the 6E king, right?
6E was the place to be. Yes, it was.
Yeah. They were more interested in your rooster and chicken stories last night.
Oh boy, what was that to go to?
I turned off the camera and I just kept laughing. I had the best time. That was the highlight of my day. Andre,
Mo had the quote of the night, and then drop. That was just
what
awesome.
happened was we started talking about egg prices, and I said the investment of the year was to buy some chickens. You'd be sitting like a king. And Mo hopped in the chat, and I said, "Hey Mo, do you own any chickens?" He's like, "No, but I own a camel."
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
camel. Yeah. And so I was like, "Send some pictures. Send some pictures." And he replied with one word or two words. I ate it.
Mohammed.
Mohammed.
He's in there right now. So good.
Oh,
Dakota was crying. I was laughing so hard myself when he just said I ate it.
I haven't laughed that hard since the Girl Scout cookies.
It was priceless. Yeah.
Stay tuned. Mohammed's going to be here for the reversal challenge. We will have to hear that story again, Mohammed.
I wanted to see some pretty pictures of the camel, and next thing I know, Mo says I ate it.
Ate the pet camel.
Oh, Mohammed.
Get some pictures of the meal at least.
Oh, poor camel. Oh,
gives bone of beef a whole new description right there.
God.
So unexpected.
Oh, love you, Mo.
Never
excellent.
Let them know
Mohammed. Oh, Mohammed will be for the reversal challenge. The defending champion. Defend the throne. Oh.
All right. We're accumulating some negative delta in crude oil, seeing some bigger bids down below price. I think we're probably going to end up getting stopped out on this, but we're going to let it play anyway.
Okay.
Roll's pretty much done there, right, Hogue?
Yeah, pretty much.
Didn't it just finish rolling like Tuesday?
Let's see what's still left.
Yeah.
3,100 contracts still left in the April contract. So it's for all intents.
It's pretty much done. Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, buyers, step in. Let's see some move.
Coming up against
see some more movement.
The camel. Oh my God, Mo. Did not have that on the bingo card today. I'm not gonna lie. I did not have that on the bingo.
I thought neither did I last night, man. It was freaking awesome.
It's just so random. I had to end the stream. I couldn't, and that was right at the end of the stream. So I was like 2 minutes left. I just
here we go. He's not done. Horse meat are tough. It's okay, but not coming. Jeez. gosh.
Order filled.
Oh.
I got half of mine to go long crude now.
With the negative delta?
Negative delta.
Yeah.
Some, they're stacking bids below price, just scooping up whatever they can scoop up.
What I said to Dakota last night, I said probably crude a rally because nobody's long anymore.
I see the tilt switch to 60% long. Please, everyone, beware. We are in a range-bound, choppy market. Follow your process. Don't be chasing these markets. I've been chopped up plenty of times trying to play a breakout in a market like this, where it looks like we're going to break down, and then we back into the range. It looks like we're going to break out to the long side, and then we're back in the range. And that's what it looks like the tilt is trying to do. I want us to break.
I cut that P&L about $400. I bought it. I took a gold long there. So I'm down 401.
All right, down 401.
There you go.
Nice. When I was about laughing too hard about camels.
The camel, man. Camel Joe. Camel Joe. Oh, incredible.
Hoop, you got any designs on buying gold down here?
Yeah,
I did. I scalped one down here. Yep.
Did you?
Oh, that's right. I need to get MP some pricing on some gold.
Nice.
You have a gold guy, Dakota.
I have a gold guy. Yeah, I was waiting for this gold dip. I knew it was coming.
Oh, pull up a cattle chart. June.
Long camel.
You got to do it. You got to do it. We're talking camels. We got to talk cattle.
Oh, okay. I gotta hear the story. Oh, stay tuned. Reversal challenge to close out the week. Mohammed. Incredible.
Yeah,
it's got to be pretty good. I mean, if you barbecue a whole camel, right? It kind of self-based itself, right? Because the humps, contrary to popular belief, aren't water; they're fat. So if you render that camel fat, drips all over the camel meat.
Like,
are you reading this somewhere?
It's like a good brisket,
like
right?
That Wagyu beef. The story doesn't do it justice, Andre. You had to be there in the moment.
Yeah.
It's just so random.
It just
completely out of left field.
Yeah, completely. Oh, why am I a scalper? Should have held that gold.
Let's see if NASDAQ could break out now. NASDAQ looking like there's
one of my stakes are so expensive.
No,
just got stopped out on the order filled. Crude trade. Down 500.
It was during slow markets. It was.
That cattle chart's pretty interesting, Hoop.
Yeah. We're really extended.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cattle on fade after the bell today, though. That's the only thing that's keeping me. I tried to short it this morning.
Would you buy stakes here?
Yeah. The fundamental news is super bullish.
Oh, of course. Any agricultural product.
Cash market is trading like $5 over this.
NASDAQ catching a bid.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Look at
We can
gold.
twice to break that level.
Looking better.
Well done, buyers.
NASDAQ 62% long. This is looking better than anything else I've seen so far today.
Yep. Crude popping. NASDAQ popping. ES popping.
Says, told you. I told you so.
Oh, yep.
Longs are obvious.
Told you.
If you're able to hold on to a 60-point drawdown.
Sorry, James. I forgot about that. Oh.
He's going to come back in 5 years and say, I told you so. Or 10. Whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 5-year time horizon.
Kathy Wood.
Hey, I'm seeing these 60s, these 760s coming to play, maybe 770s.
Yeah.
Next stop would be 820s. Next stop is 820s for me.
I have a 5-year plan too.
Yeah. What is it, Hogue? Exit strategy.
Yo, what is that? I gotta hear this.
Don't die.
Oh, God,
that's good.
A good one.
It's from Big Daddy.
Hey,
Big Daddy.
Dakota, if we get through these 760s, you think it tested the highs?
820s. Yeah, so I'm seeing this as this was support overnight during the London session. We're there now. It's I'm not surprised that we see it act as resistance a little bit. If we could break through that, we're going to be in this London session range, and the high of that range is going to be up here in towards these 820s. And yeah, next stop after that would be, I dare say, overnight highs up into these 900s. But that's, anything can happen, to be honest. NASDAQ down 0.6%. We could see some, it's Friday.
Look at all these offers.
Switching.
Look at all these offers in the S&P ladder right now.
We're only 62% long.
Those real?
Interesting. They can't all be algos. There's too many of them.
Yeah, I know.
They're small, but they're
sizable.
Couple hundred.
Yeah.
About 1,000 on that offer. We haven't seen that in a while.
No, we haven't.
Kind of thickness.
Girth.
Yes, it's offers up in the S&P ladder between 56.77 all the way down to 56.76. Offers stacked up there. They're moving around. Damn, algos got me that time.
Yeah, some of those are the algos, but some of those are staking around.
Yeah,
algos are moving around, but we haven't seen 3 digits on the offer. Order filled. Stay there unless it's 1,000 lot.
Think scaling it's probably better today than flashing 1,000 lots. Might be a better way to get out.
Like that hope.
Yeah.
Hey, pull up in the chat. Do you use a practice account? Yes or no?
Come on, buyers. Push this market up.
Damn, Hogue, I think they're getting filled.
Liquidity's liquidity.
Yeah, they just keep coming in offered. Look at this. 76. Now, yeah, go offered. Look at that. Yeah. We are. Huh. Okay.
We got negative delta in the S&P. Order filled. Negative 1,700 on the highs.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
Everyone's
squeezy,
flat
maybe?
at the moment.
Hey, Justin Church. Interesting. Yeah, that held. You're taking fills up. It's 56.76, 56.75. Kept taking it offered. Go bid, take them back offered. Interesting.
Remember when the ranges were so much tighter, and there used to be when the ladder was first out, there'd be 700, 800 number over 1,000 when the ranges were really tight.
Yeah.
It looked like a bond ladder.
It's a lot cheaper than too.
Yeah.
That was wild.
If you guys haven't seen a bond ladder, sometime just look up the ZN or the ZT or something on
the
your
notes
charts.
is crazy, man.
Size. You want to see size?
Yeah.
ZN. What do we got right now?
1,000 up.
2,600 contracts on the offer.
2,600 up. Incredible.
Jack, I should have brought you in Discord. I was trying to explain trying to day trade bonds, and some content I found says you got to trade the spread. You got to trade the 2s, the 10s, and the 30. And everybody's probably just like, what? It's a hard day scalp is what it's just not built that way.
Yeah. You gotta, especially if you're trading the spreads. I tried to do it because I was stubborn on Top Step for a while, but this is the only time that I will ever say this. You really do need more contracts if you're trying to trade 2s, 10s, futures spreads, because you're going to be, long 10, short 5, and that's your max position, and it just wouldn't move more than, like on the wildest day, it wouldn't move more than like $800. And
is
then
that when
legging
the yield
out
curve was inverted?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Would you leg in and out, Jack, on the ladder, like on the vertical?
Well, in TopStepX, I would.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about with the prop firm.
We didn't trade, except in rare instances, futures spreads. We traded. That was the whole juice of everything. Was we were trading cash versus futures, and ideally, you wanted the machine and software to do it because that's what it's there for.
That's right. That was interesting.
So,
size kept
Hoops,
coming in.
You want to see something? See something cool, Hoops?
Yeah. Oh, you got that one. I remember that.
So this is the bulletin, July 20th, 1984. This is the S&P pit. The high of the day was 152.55. The low was 150.30. Now, these were nickel
right
ticks, but that was the range on that day. Imagine that now. You know, a two handle range. Right? And look at the price, 152. I mean, this was before the crash. Open interest 31,000. That's it. Volume traded bigger than the open interest.
There was probably more open interest in the cattle back then.
Probably.
Yeah.
1984.
Hey,
my
in another
first
40
lesson,
years, we might say the same thing.
Yeah. My first lesson was standing next to a Refco guy. And when I was learning the market, standing in a pit in the bellies, and he's like, I just buy an S&P, 2 of them every month, and I just roll it every quarter. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that till I retire. And I'm like, okay. I'm just sitting there going, how does that work? And the S&P, when I left the floor was, what is it, 90, like 300?
Yeah.
So it was truly rolling the S&P 500 for 30 years was probably a good play.
Cleaned up.
Yeah.
A billionaire now if he bought 2 every week.
Exactly. Yeah. Then he just roll it.
It's like old Uncle Julius on the floor of the Board of Trade. They say he never took a loss. He had so much money he could sit in a losing position for months, even years, before he would be able to take a profit on
it. What a power move. All right, James, come on in. Take a little break here. I believe everyone is flat right now. James, come on in. We got some P&Ls and payouts, I believe.
What's up, guys? It's me, your friend JD. It's a terrible impression. I'm sorry. I should never do that again. Wow. How you want to see some P&Ls this morning? Good morning, Vietnam. Here we go.
There's a little Tuckman in there, too.
5 P&Ls coming out at you. We have Joss Will on top, taking home a lovely $25,688. Rui pocketing $17,303. Eric, $16K. Scott, $13,000. And Oin, a modest $7,000. But you know what? I would take $7,000 any day of the week. All these traders have been trading the NQ with the exception of Joswell, who earned 14.9K alone in gold yesterday. So gold is proving to be worth it. Maybe you can get yourself one of those gold-plated toilets we were talking about yesterday.
That was unreal. The $3 million toilet.
You know, sometimes this life is just not good enough. So those are your top P&Ls from yesterday. Let's move on to top payouts from yesterday. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Top 5 live funded payouts. Ezra taking a $56,000 payout. Incredible work there. Keep it up. Like that is a good penny to pocket. Wendy taking $12,000. Moyes $7,000. Sebastian $3,000, nearly $4,000, and Aaron $3,000. Congrats to all of these traders. You are putting in the hard work. We've seen how choppy these markets have been lately, and you are still paying yourself. Talking about paying yourself, Eddie's out. I might as well squeeze this one in. The Payout Club If you have taken $5,000 in payouts from your funded accounts, you are eligible for the payout club. You get this really cool hat and this really cool pin, and I really promise it will show up eventually. In the gauntlet, everything is frozen.
Uh-oh.
See, I think
James was sucked into the phantom zone.
I don't keep going forever. I pay attention. I noticed you all weren't moving. I'm used to you not talking to me, but sometimes I know when it's real and when it's pointed. Back from the phantom zone. I promise you the hat and pin are not in the phantom zone. They are being packed up and shipped out daily. Even if you feel left out, I promise you one day you're going to come home from your afternoon jog or your afternoon of making fun of the joggers, and you're going to find a box and you're going to be happy. So register for it now if you haven't already. And that's all I got for you guys right now. We'll be back later with some hot streaks and some news. But for now, Andre, back to you.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, James. Great stuff. Maybe got to work on that JD imitation.
That was there was a little tucking in there as well. That was just a hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do some more work, eh? We'll go down to the Hoosiers and we'll go on my ETVs.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say it'd be more like, hey, we got Jaswell. That 25K, he could get 5, maybe 6 ATVs.
Market's pretty slow, huh?
You noticed?
We're stuck.
I can tell, yeah.
Crude's got you to move to the upside.
That would have been a good long, Hogue.
Delta divergence.
Yeah, you called that.
Never ignore it. Trump is announcing a new multi-billion-dollar jet fighter. Talking to Pete Egg stuff at 10 o'clock today. Just watching the news. Looking for anything.
Market's waiting for Trump. Maybe Trump? Maybe
waiting for
Danielle?
Oh man, Danielle, top of the hour. I still got my eyes on these offers up in here in the S&Ps. Stacked offers. 57, 76 up to 50. I'm sorry, 56, 72 up to 56, 80.
And right
offers are stacked up there.
Yeah. Not huge.
Hogue,
100.
Did they ever get, like, I used to hear it when Squawk Radio was first on as the the floor went away. But I think one thing I have a hard time, and I've shown some clips of the pit and stuff, but during rollover, when you used to do all those spreads after that week, I mean, physically, I used to look at guys, I mean, and they were spent after doing, because the amount of volume that was coming in and out of that pit. Yeah, physically.
Depends on if you're looking at a broker or a trader, because the locals during rollover they would clean up, and they never told anybody about it. You never tell anybody when you get something good, right? So they would, especially like on switch day, an outright order to sell 20 contracts would come in, and they would lowball the bid. And if they got hit on the bid, they would have a broker sell 20 in the front month so that they could lock in favorable prices in the spread and then just unravel them in the spread. So these guys, if they were having a good day, they were coming out off the floor with wheelbarrows full of cash. Friend of mine was one of those guys, and I filled his stuff in the front month, and he was just lowballing and highballing bids and offers in the back month, and then having me get out in the front month for him, and he was just making money hand over fist. He's no longer with us, though. I don't know if you knew him, Jimmy Schultz?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did out trades in that pit, so I knew some of the guys.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah.
So you knew Marty Vennett, Jimmy Schultz, Old Man Vennett.
I'm going to talk a little bit this afternoon. I'm going to share some Borsellino stuff.
Oh, man.
Okay.
What a unbelievable 10% of the volume in that pit. That's crazy back then.
What a boss.
We need to find our wheelbarrows here.
Yeah, exactly. The wheelbarrows are a lot smaller now.
these markets. I seen the NASDAQ tilt get up to 65%.
Locked in.
But
Dakota locked in on tilt today.
Yeah. I've been watching it. It's been entertaining, Andre. I mean, a day like today where I'm just
during rollover
there waiting,
probably pays off.
Yeah, just see how these traders, how everyone's reacting, watching,
one way
enjoying
and the other
conversation.
Like right now, bottom of the range.
Yeah. Do we buy this?
I was going to say, do we do a range trade?
This Adobe range trade, do we buy this back up? Sure. I would be okay with buying using small size and adding to it. How does Adobe do it? He stacks orders, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to find the range first.
Yep.
On what time frame?
The time frame you got to figure out first. Yeah. And see these blips.
50 lot.
The one thing that's concerning me, like if we knock on these 5650s a third time, I don't know.
I feel you, Jack.
It's just so clouded during rollover, man.
I know what you're thinking.
I'm with you.
How many times will it hold?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
666 last trade again. 56.51 quarter low of day in the ES. Look at the 5 minute, kind of in the middle of the range right now. Looks like 50s up to 70s, 75s in the 5 minute. Till even out.
Talk about it and do it. Two different things.
There it goes. There we bounce.
Order filled.
And there's 20 points.
What do you say? The dance floor is open, Dakota.
It is. Yeah. It is. I know.
Swaying on the side. We need men of action, women of action here.
Justin Church in the chat. Stop looking for trades. Be a good role model, TopStep, and say there's nothing to do. You're encouraging so many people to search and find when there's nothing there.
We haven't done anything.
We're simply just talking out loud. Possible trade ideas.
We're waiting.
Possible analysis. Yeah. No trades.
We're waiting.
If thens, Justin. No, stop it, Cade. Nope, we're all gonna be nice. It's all just if thens. We get to this level.
Yeah.
Then we do this. That level. Then we do this. Nice.
And for all of us who've been slapped around and roll, this is the other reason, just super cautious on days like this.
Mm-hmm. Now, if we were in here if we place like 10, 15 trades already, then maybe we have a problem.
Yes, valid.
Be nice. Be cool.
Be over trading.
Here's the 700s.
Doing.
Yep.
What's the stock doing? Pull up that chart.
Going to the 15-minute. Not hugely traded. These 15-minute bars. Highest I'm seeing is 3,000 shares. Maybe a little range here. Last 20 minutes is going to be fired.
Oh, is this it? Is this the stock?
Yeah, I had it up there. Here, I'll put it back.
Yeah, let me see this.
Yeah, this is the 15-minute for Grand Canyon Education Inc. Ticker.
What's the price?
$167.
Oh wow, okay. I was expecting a penny stock for some reason.
Average penny stock too.
No, dude, it's got you can see it down here. It's got a market capitalization of $4.8 billion. The average volume is about 194,000 shares a day.
What's crazy. The float?
The float is 28 million shares.
You gonna sell some puts, Dakota?
Let me open up my other account. I don't even know if do they have options on something like that. I'm out to find out. Talk amongst yourselves. Actually, I can do it right there. Let's see if they have more options. They do have options.
Come
Oh,
on.
that's awesome.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
They have options expiring today.
Want some 0 DTEs? Go for it.
Let's rock it.
what's the premium on those?
I mean, they. I gotta fire up something that shows volume. I mean, there's like no
What, like 4
liquidity
contracts?
in this. I'll get back to you. Wait, I'll share this real quick just so you can see it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the March 21st. All right, excellent stuff.
$5.
Do they play today? They play in the afternoon?
Yeah, in the
Yeah, they
afternoon. They
play
play
Maryland.
Maryland. Yeah. Might want to fade that.
We're gonna.
Oh, thanks, Gabe.
I'll be right back. I'll stick here.
Corner of the market.
Oh, you're gonna
Ping pong. Man, there is nothing.
Oh,
Gold
buy
got
the
hammered.
lows of these
Yep.
this range
Orange.
channel.
You say it, Dakota. Half the time, trading's pretty boring. It is.
It is. It is. I mean, I have the New York VWAP. And that's kind of been what it is. Look, we went down. We touched it at 700.
Yep.
We got down as what 96s, 97s.
Order
we bounced
filled.
40 points.
All right. Still rangy. Dolby should have been in
Yeah.
here. This be his thing.
Yeah.
Order filled.
It will range until inevitably we put on a range trade.
Of course.
Order
That'll bust
filled.
out. Yeah, that'd be
Mhm.
about right.
I'm watching this tilt.
Order
This tilt's
filled.
going back and forth. We were like 60% short as we started to get down towards 700. Now we're right back up to 60% long as we're getting into these 740s. It's so interesting. And it's not like the average longs are at the lows. The average longs are right now at 742. So it's been a mixed bag. Traders are getting chopped up in this. Whether they get FOMO, like we're gonna break down and they pile into
Right.
shorts and then it rips on them. And then you have another crew coming in, getting FOMO that we're gonna break out to the long side and pile in longs. I don't
Like
know.
the FOMO, I should still be long gold right now.
Have you ever, what's that? There's a commercial or this little animation about these little birds on the beach where the shore washes up and all the birds run away from the ocean wave. And then as soon as it fades away, they all run back in.
Right.
And that's what I see these markets doing. And that's what I'm looking at as a tilt is it's just a wave. Just a wave today as these markets rally up. Everyone piles in longs. As the market starts to sell off a little bit, they switch and they pile into shorts. And it's back and forth since the
All the
open.
little birds.
And like you said, Hope, locals on a day like this would just clean up the cash register. Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
All day long.
Fade the extremes.
Yep.
Sandpipers. Is that what they're called? Sandpipers.
I think that's one of them, yeah.
Sandpipers.
Yeah.
Still in
exactly
range
those.
here. I'm doing a little research on this in the background. Give me 1 second. Making sure I don't give
319.
away any personal information. Well, unfortunately, we can't trade any options on that. I mean, they're available, but there's no volume in the ones like 0 and a very wide
Nothing.
spread.
I would think the spread's pretty wide, right?
Yeah, because no one's trading it. I would have thought there was going to be some, Robin Hooders in there trading it, or like some Wall Street bets guys, but not to be.
Yeah, it's a Disney Pixar short. Oh, wow. These markets. And I thought Friday was going to be a little more entertaining when we opened up down 1% pre-market, but what do we say? Big moves been coming in pre-market, and a whole lot of nothing now.
It would have been fun if we could have broke that level, 56.50. Testing the highs since the early sell-off right now in the ES. Just tested the session VWAP, or the overnight, I guess we call it.
Yeah.
You know what this could also be? We've gotten so used to this extreme volatility over the last month. Now that we're over with rollover, we're done with FOMC, and we don't have this crazy tariff drama and headlines popping off. This might be normal volatility. Yeah,
hangover coming.
Exactly. I think that's what's going on. And if we look at this, yeah, if we look at this move, to be honest, this move from this low up here, that's still 60 points. On a normal day, that's a good move. And I think everyone's just so used to that extreme volatility. We need to get back to understanding that this is a normal market. This is a decent move. These are decent moves still. We're just so used to that extreme volatility that we've been seeing.